Junior Cassidy Watson. Junior Cameron Watson.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another week of high school football here on YouTube. I'm Jackson Cochran, and I'll be your voice for tonight's Week 11 District 13 6A contest between the Oak Ridge War Eagles and the Woodlands Highlanders. We're going to be coming to you live from Conroe ISD Athletics Woodforest Bank Stadium channel at Woodforest Bank Stadium. Coming into tonight, the War Eagles will be the home team for their final matchup this week against the Highlanders, who will set up camp on the visiting sideline. And coming into tonight's game, well, for first season head coach for the Oak Ridge War Eagles, Tyler Blackshire, they're sitting at a 4-5 record. And on the opposing sideline, with Coach Jim Rapp in his 8th season, he has led his Highlanders to a 7-2 record, and that puts his overall record for the Highlanders at a 67-27 all-time record. Now, Oak Ridge did win last week against the Caney Creek Panthers, and the Highlanders also are coming off of a win against the Conroe Tigers. And by the numbers, last week, Oak Ridge won 48-14, and the Highlanders won 59-10. So coming into tonight, you've got a final game of the season. It's been a long, grueling season. A lot of just thinking about it. It wasn't even too long ago that we were thinking, oh, the season just started, and now we're sitting here with the final week with the hopes of playoffs on the agenda, which the Woodlands Highlanders are actually going to be in the playoffs for the district because they are sitting at the 3rd seed right now. But unfortunately for the War Eagles, they will not be seeing the playoffs this year, but there's still plenty of football left to be played for a lot of these seniors, and especially those looking into the future for the War Eagles program for this school right now and Coach Blackshire. But let's go ahead and look at a couple things coming into tonight's matchup. Overall total offense on the season for the Highlanders, they've been able to rush for over 1,700 yards, and they've also been able to pass for over 1,700 yards. A nice split 50-50. And on the Oak Ridge side of things, they've ran the ball for 1,500 yards, and they've passed for a little over 1,600 yards. So almost kind of a even 50-50 split as well, if you want to go by those numbers and see how everything's going. Now, on the defensive side of things, the Woodlands have had one of the better defenses in the district, where they have allowed 1,118 rushing yards on the year and only allowed 714 passing yards. And if you look at the points allowed for the season, well, the Highlanders have allowed only 144 points in their 9 matchups, where they've been able to score 388 points. Now, on Oak Ridge side of things, they've only been able to score 246 points on the season and allow opposing teams to score 340 points. So, as you can see, that the defense on the Highlander sideline is able to make a lot of great stops, and the only 2 losses that the Highlanders have faced this year came off of the Willis Wildcats and the undefeated College Park Cavaliers. And coming into tonight's game, we're going to look at a few key matchups. If you look at a couple top players for both of these teams, well, let's start off with the War Eagles. It's going to be senior quarterback Drayton Urbe, his final game of the season, and also his number one receiver, to be exact, James Scott, who is the verbal commit to TCU. Official signing day has not come yet, so as we know right now, he is still a verbal commit for the TCU, Texas Christian University Horned Frogs. And then you also have number 3, Logan Unterfinger, senior wide receiver. And we can look at a lot of their numbers on the season. If you look at the receiving wise, James Scott, 34 receptions, 470 yards, and 5 touchdowns. And you would ask, well, why are those numbers so low? Unfortunately, James Scott had been injured a few games this year, so had to be on the sidelines cheering on his home team. And then if you look at other players such as Logan Unterfinger, 29 receptions, 314 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. In passing the pill for the War Eagles, you have Drayton Urbe with 110 completions out of 191 attempts, throwing over 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns, and allowing 3 interceptions on the season. Cleaned up a lot of those interceptions that you saw last season, which is a great thing for the senior quarterback. And if you want to see how they handle the ball rushing, well, Drayton Urbe, he does like to move the ball a lot with his legs. He has had over 675 rushing yards on the ground, averaging 7 yards per carry with 12 rushing touchdowns. Then you have senior running back number 23, Ethan Pruitt, 81 carries, 483 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Then there's Caden Reyna, 40 carries, 252 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Those are a lot of your key offensive players on the Oak Ridge side of things. Now, looking at what the Woodlands has in store for tonight, well, their number 1 quarterback, number 12 senior quarterback, Jack Dalton, he has thrown the ball for 108 completions out of 190 attempts, throwing for 1,459 yards, 17 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And also, he had to sit a few games out this season. That's why the numbers aren't as high as you would question. So if it were to be sophomore quarterback Caden Copeland coming in, well, he's had 15 completions out of 17 attempts with 210 yards and 2 touchdowns. But we're going to go over a few more things right after our sponsored ads.
Keating Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Conroe ISD Athletics. We're suited up to equip your team with a versatile Silverado, heavy-duty or Colorado, spacious Tahoe and Suburban, or sporty Equinox, Trax, and Trailblazer. Keating Chevrolet has a large selection of certified pre-owned. After you've left it all on the field, come pick out your next Chevrolet at Keating Chevrolet. Keating Chevrolet is pleased to partner with Conroe ISD for every game, every play, every win. Come visit us today or browse online at KeatingChevrolet.com.
Our orthopedic care is shaped around you. And you. And you. Because customizing treatments and using breakthrough techniques is how your comeback starts. Like 3D printing for ultra-precise joint replacements and providing the same specialty care as we do for the Houston Rockets. So you return sooner, stronger, better. This is orthopedic care designed for you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Woodforest National Bank, where convenience meets community. With over 30 branch locations in and around Montgomery County, we're always close by to help you with your banking needs. But we're more than just a bank, we're proud supporters of our local community, dedicated to making Montgomery County a better place to live and work. Experience the difference at Woodforest National Bank. Convenient, caring, and committed to you.
Imagine you are her or him. Like everyone, a sprain, tear, or nagging ache can set you back. Until your expert orthopedic team at Houston Methodist uses advanced technology to personalize a treatment plan that's minimally invasive, heals your pain, and gets you back to life on your terms. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Thank you to our sponsors who are allowing us to continue to bring you this coverage here on our Conroe ISD Woodforest Bank Stadium Stream Athletics channel. So for our final game of the season, we can go over a little bit more of the Woodlands, as I can see that they are already making their way out of the field house, getting ready to run onto the field through their inflatable and through the drill team as they are there to cheer them on. But want to go over a few more offensive key players for the Woodlands Highlanders coming into tonight's game. As we already went over Jack Dalton, starting quarterback. Well, then you have your rushers. You have Jason Haskins, number 23, junior running back, 536 yards on the ground with 10 rushing touchdowns. Then Dalton also being able to be a dual threat running for 70 attempts, 437 yards with 5 touchdowns on the ground. And then you also have Cody Jordan, number 0, 52 attempts, 319 rushing yards with 4 touchdowns. So a couple key players on the ground game for the Highlanders. And then, well, you got to look at those receivers. You have Jamison Gavin, senior wide receiver, number 18, 23 receptions, 372 yards, 4 touchdowns. You have Bryson Bourne, 14 receptions, 283 yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. But one thing about the Highlanders, while you don't see a lot of high numbers for the wide receivers, from the eye test, and this is one of the things you see whenever you get to watch them all season, they like to spread the ball around. And that's one of the things that if you're coming into tonight's game, if you are the War Eagles, you got to make sure that we have great protection, great coverage, that you can defend against this passing game that they have, and being able to have a good front four. Well, the War Eagles, they actually have a decent defensive line that can stop the run, but it comes down to, on the offensive side of things, for the War Eagles, if you can actually get some conversions early and keep your offense on the field a whole lot longer to not allow the Highlanders to come in and be able to control the clock. Pretty much time of possession is one of the main things that you have to have coming into tonight's game. And one thing that the War Eagles coming into tonight, they have had issues with turning the ball over. A lot of fumbles this year, a couple lost fumbles coming in as the War Eagles are making their way from the field house, getting ready to run onto the field. But ball protection, ball security is key for these Highlanders. In the past, I've seen certain players like sophomore tight end James Scare being able to fumble the ball. Senior wide receiver Logan Unterfinger, he has fumbled the ball a few times. So as long as they can continue to protect the football while they're moving up the field, it's going to be an easy thing for these War Eagles to get some points on the board, because that's the one thing you have to do. You have to be able to continue to balance yourself, and if the Woodlands scores, you have to come down and you have to try to get some points on the board as well. And the Highlanders, while can be aggressive at times, they play smart, clean football. They don't get penalized that many times, and they are so disciplined that they will continue to put the hurt on if you cannot make a stop on defense. But now that both teams have made their way onto the field, we're about to have the ROTC make its way to the midfield. We're going to have the national anthem just shortly. We are less than 2 minutes away from this Week 11 matchup here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. It's already dark. It's a semi-full moon out there tonight. And it's already around 70 degrees, that good football weather that we finally have gotten this late in the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and direct your attention to the center of the field for the presentation of the colors and the playing of the national anthem. All men should remove their hats, and everyone should stand and place their hand over their heart in honor of our great country. The colors are being presented by Oak Ridge High School Air Force Junior ROTC. Team War Eagles.
So the Oak Ridge Air Force Junior ROTC is making their way to midfield now. We will mute ourselves for the national anthem, and we will resume following.
Captain flag, Cadet Warren. Right guard, Cadet Aguilar. Left guard, Cadet Arevalo. Alternate, Cadet Moore. Members of the right color guard team are visitor side. American flag and Commander Cadet Bratton. Texas flag, Cadet Hope. Right guard, Cadet Sosa. Left guard, Cadet Middleton. Alternate, Cadet Shinobi.
That was the Oak Ridge band doing the rendition of the national anthem for you this evening. We're about to see both teams' captains make their way to midfield for the coin toss. And we are not too long until kickoff entitlement for this evening. And for the Oak Ridge side of things, we do see that number 15, Drayton Urbe, will be one of the captains tonight. Number 6, Duba Majekum, senior linebacker. Number 70, senior offensive lineman, Richard Oguntiminhin. Number 55, senior offensive lineman, Abel Perez. And on the Woodlands sideline, senior quarterback number 12, Jack Dalton.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Senior defensive back number 3, Kaysen Bartolozzi.
In the center of the field,
And number 24, senior linebacker, Dylan Carpenter.
Number 3, Kaysen Bartolozzi. Number 12, Jack Dalton. And number 24, Dylan Carpenter. Captains for your War Eagles, number 6, Duba Majekum. Number 15, Drayton Urbe. Number 55, Eduardo Perez. And number 70, Richard Oguntiminhin.
By the looks of it, I believe that the Highlanders will be receiving.
Woodlands won coin toss. They elected to defer to the second half. Let's play some football, guys.
They defer to the second half. My apologies. So Oak Ridge will be receiving to start things off tonight. The visiting crowd getting ready to tee it up. That is senior kicker number 80, Luke Crudgington, that is placing the ball on the left hash mark going towards the north end zone, lined up at the 40. And back to return for the War Eagles is going to be number 2, Jaden Barnes. And I believe number 10, Christopher Salem. And also number 11, Devin Longstreet. So the 2 return specialists are back in between the 10 and 5.
Highlander fans, War Eagle fans, are you ready for some football?
Fairly windy night here at the bank, and we are officially underway. And it's going to be a touchback. So no returnable kick for the night so far, but now we get to see what this War Eagle offense has in store coming in to tonight. So senior quarterback Drayton Urbe did miss some time. He was injured a few weeks ago. I remember the Willis game. He was not able to participate. He was dressed but did not play that game. Coming in now, he's starting things off in the pistol. Quick pass looking to the flat. Pump fake. It's going to be an incomplete pass to start things off. That pass was intended to number 80, Preston Davis Cox, junior wide receiver. But as you can see, a nice, clean pocket to start things off here for the War Eagles. And right now, the Highlanders only showing 3 down linemen on the defensive line. As it's going to be a handoff to Pruitt as he gets himself to the second level and makes it maybe 8 yards. And Ethan Pruitt, with his first run of the game, has it a 3rd and manageable. And as long as you can execute early in the series and have these 3rd and shorts, not going to be too hard to try to get a first down. As Oak Ridge is lining up, they have 2 receivers at the top of the screen. Coming out of the gun. Cox in motion. Urbe is going to keep it himself. He's going to get the conversion. That's going to be the first down of this evening for the Oak Ridge War Eagles. After 4 plays, Oak Ridge has got a fresh set of downs. Actually, 3 plays. This is the 4th play of the game as Urbe gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to keep it, and scrambles his way. I'd say that's 5, maybe 6 on the rush. There's good coverage downfield from the Highlanders. Urbe looking through his progressions, unable to find an open man. Oak Ridge is going to be going with 3 receivers. Corners for the Highlanders playing soft is going to be a swing pass in the flat as Pruitt gets himself a first down as he's tackled by number 5, Jabarick Sullivan, senior defensive back for the Highlanders. Close to midfield now. Second first down for Oak Ridge as Reyna is going to be coming in for a substitution. Urbe scrambling, running, high steps, jumps, and he is tackled. It looks to be another first down for the War Eagles. And they are in Highlander territory. And the one thing that I've seen throughout the year with Oak Ridge, they like to keep the ball on the ground. They like to eat up a lot of clock. And if you can keep that Highlander offense on the sideline, time of possession is going to be in a lot of favor for the Highlanders as Reyna gets the handoff for a short gain. And it makes you wonder coming into tonight, well, this being the final game of the regular season, final week of the season, a lot of these seniors, this could be potentially their final game playing for high school if they don't make it to the next level. So they're going to be playing with a lot more emotions tonight as Urbe flushes left and throws downfield for another incomplete pass. He's 1 for 3 on the night now. Bringing up third down. But right here, if they cannot convert on third down, I wouldn't be surprised if Oak Ridge would go for it on fourth down. Highlander showing some blitz. They give it to Reyna as he gets a first down on the big carry. And that puts it as 4 first downs now, already 3 minutes into this drive. And as you can see, nice big hole for Reyna to cut through. And all you needed was 6 yards, and you got it. Three wide receivers. Urbe keeps it himself. He finds a crease and he gets himself, I think, 6 on that one. And the War Eagles have been cruising this entire first drive. So time of possession now being 4 minutes into the first drive. Urbe keeps it again, finds the edge, able to push his way through, and they're going to give him the first down. That's 5 first downs here on this first drive for the War Eagles as they are now in the red zone and are looking for a reservation for 6. Trips to the top of the screen. Urbe throwing in the flat as he connects with number 8, Titus Those short throws, nothing wrong with getting those completions. Have to find the right matchup. Don't need to be playing any type of hero ball. Just continue to move the ball downfield, as it being 2nd and 8 now. Back from the pistol with the snap. RPO. Reyna with the handoff. Reyna gets a short gain. Now puts it at 3rd and 7. Oak Ridge looking to try to convert yet again. Urbe decided to keep it, nothing downfield. Unable to convert on the 3rd down conversion. As of right now, looks like they're going to go ahead and go for the 3 points here with the field goal. That's going to be Jose Palencia. And the kick is blocked. It's going to be no good. The Woodlands able to get a hand on it and deny the War Eagles for 3 points. And now the Woodlands will take over right at the 20.
Ball be spotted at the 20-yard line. 1st down and 10, Highlanders.
So now you see the Highlanders line everything up. Dalton in the gun, lining up with 4 receivers. Hands it off. Nice gaping hole up the middle of the field as Jason Hawkins able to find himself a 1st down from the first play. Excellent blocking right between the guards. Dalton with a quick pass to the sideline, able to connect with his receiver. That was Eli Lancaster, who goes out of bounds. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Second and manageable here for the Highlanders. Game clock stopped. Dalton looking to the sideline, and it almost gets tipped and potentially intercepted by Oak Ridge. It was Devin Longstreet on the coverage, but that was a reception caught by number 19, Colton Weddle. As you can see from the replay with the tight coverage, thrown in a tight window, as you can see, Longstreet almost had a hand on it, but great hands right there from Weddle, being able to bring it in and get the 1st down for the Highlanders. And out of the pistol. Play action. Thrown downfield, wide open. It is number 14, Carter Cass, and he's in for the Highlander touchdown.
Carter Cass with 14 on the reception. He's in for a Highlanders touchdown.
"56 yards. And Crutchington ready to kick the extra point. Good snap, good hold. And it's good. And here's the replay. Play action pass, plenty of time. Showing the arm from Dalton. Wide open, able to get into the deep coverage. Cass finding his way in for the first score of the night for the Highlanders as they lead 7-0. Halfway, a little more than halfway into the first quarter. That's one of those things that if you're on the Oak Ridge sideline, have to be aware of. Highlanders not afraid to take the shots downfield. You can't play a lot of shell coverage against this offense. You have to be able to keep a safety back. But if you keep a high safety back, then it's going to enable the ground game to get something going. So you just have to try and think, what are the Highlanders potentially going to do? As being a major cat and mouse game here for football. Crudgington ready to kick things off here again for the Highlanders. Had a touchback early. It's going to go into the end zone again as Salem signals no good. So coming out for their second drive now, the War Eagles missed the field goal that was blocked by the Highlanders. But that was a great first drive for Oak Ridge. Able to get down into the red zone. Able to get 5 first downs, eating up a lot of clock. Time of possession was in their favor. They were able to move the ball and eat up 5 minutes of clock, at least 5 minutes of clock. So Urbe in the pistol to start things off from the 25. As they give it to Pruitt, as he barrels his way through short of the sticks. Nice 8-yard rush from the power back. This is one of the things that Oak Ridge loves to do. They love to run the ball. Got to get the ground game established. As you can see, the Woodlands are crowding the line as Pruitt. The ball comes out. It's going to be recovered from the Woodlands. That's Case and Bartolozzi. He goes in. Are they going to say that he is going to get the touchdown? He does. So the Woodlands getting points off of the fumble recovery. Is Crudgington ready to kick the extra point? Good snap, good hold. And it's good. Let's watch the replay here. Pruitt, the ball comes out, gets punched out. Instead of falling on it, Bartolozzi able to scoop it up for the scoop and score. And that puts a 14-0 lead here in the first quarter. All Highlanders. That was one of the things that I was mentioning right before the game even started, that the War Eagles this season have had issues with ball security. As you can see, the fumble right there, which led to 7 points for the Highlanders. One of those things that it's a big oblong-shaped ball. Can be slippery at times. War Eagles trying to get another player on field for the kickoff. As Crudgington kicks it. It's going to be another touchback, so 3 for 3 on the touchbacks tonight. Coming from the Oak Ridge sideline, just as long as have faith, listening to your head coach, Tyler Blackshire, being able to rally his team, only down 14. It's not out of reach just yet for the War Eagles. Zerbe coming, lined up in the gun. Ran it to the side of him. Irbe flushes out of the, gets flushed out of the pocket. Throwing low. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Looking for number 80, Preston Davis-Cox, yet again. But this time, it was Parker Stewart on the coverage. One thing that you've been noticing tonight is a lot of scrambling from Irbe out of the pocket as he keeps it himself, tries to turn the edge, and gets short. Gets a short gain now. It's going to be a 3rd and 8 situation right now tonight. Oak Ridge, 1 for 2 on 3rd down conversion. Three wide receivers. Irbe throws out of the hands of Unterfinger. That'll bring up the 4th down and the punt unit. So it'll be a 3 and out here for the 3rd drive for the War Eagles. And the Highlanders splitting it between Parker Stewart and Kaysen Bartolozzi to return. And there is a penalty marker. That'll be the first penalty marker of the night, as Bartolozzi is going to keep it. He's going to run the other opposite end of the field, doing a stiff arm, and there's another flag thrown. So we have a flag at the near the Oak Ridge 26 and the Woodlands 39. Waiting for the referees.
We have 2 infractions on the play, both of them on the Woodlands. First one, in the neutral zone, that penalty will be declined. The next penalty is a block in the back from the end of the spot, 10 yards. First down.
So the block in the back will push the Woodlands back from the return. It'll actually be at the spot of the foul. Coming from the 40, Woodlands are going to start this drive now for their 2nd drive of the night at their own 30. Alex Cornelius was in motion, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it is stopped by the front 4 of Oak Ridge. Woodlands getting an adjustment from the sideline. Dalton going to keep it himself as he's able to get past the defender, and he's getting to the 2nd level as he decides to slide by the 50. And that is a big 1st down gain there for the Highlanders as it puts them right at midfield. 20-yard rush from Dalton. Dalton can throw it. Dalton can run it. 4 receivers here for the Highlanders. Lancaster went in motion. Dalton, plenty of time, throws up to the seam yet again, looking for Cass, and it is caught. No, yes. Wait, no, incomplete pass. Right out of his hands when he was diving for it.
That'll bring up second down and 10.
So the post route gets an incomplete pass, but yet again, Cass able to beat coverage and have a nice 3 to 4 yards as he's running out of the slot. Oak Ridge with 4 down linemen as they send 6. Dalton keeps it, and he's tackled for a medium gain, and it's going to be now a 3rd and 5. This is going to be the first time we're going to see the Highlanders with a 3rd down conversion attempt. They're in Oak Ridge territory. Player in motion. Dalton keeping an eye on, looking downfield, finds Cass again, but it's going to be incomplete. Number 2, Jaden Barnes there on the coverage. And it looks like the Woodlands are going to bring out the punt team. And back to return right now for Oak Ridge, Christopher Salem, junior defensive back. And to punt, it's going to be Crudgington. Nice snap. Medium kick, didn't get a lot of hang time, was more of a rugby style kick, but it's going to be a touchback here. It's going to set things up for the War Eagles back at the 25. Actually, I'm sorry, right at the 20. Not a lot happening since that first drive where they missed the field goal. They were able to get downfield into the red zone, but hand on it was able to block the kick. Then it was the Pruitt fumble, then a 3 and out. Not much happening the last 2 drives for the War Eagles offensively, as it's going to be another handoff to Rania as he gets himself maybe 3 on that rush. As we're closing in on the final minute of the first quarter. No sign of senior wide receiver James Scott. Irby with the quarterback keeper, trying to slip his way through, and he gets short of the sticks. It's going to bring it a 3rd and 1. Nice run there from Irby. Probably one more play before the end of the first quarter. Irby throws in the flat, gets the first down from Reyna, and that's going to do it for the end of the first quarter. We're going to swap sides, but we can see the replay here. Nice swing pass from the flat. It's going to be a first down following the first.
Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford are your hometown auto dealers. We have been treating customers like family since 1970. So when you're ready for a new or used vehicle, go with the name you know. Gullo. Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. Shop GulloAuto.com.
Shop Gullo, GulloAuto.com. Thank you, Gullo, for being one of our sponsors here tonight. It's going to be a first down to start things off. Fresh set of downs for the War Eagles as they're going to be moving towards the north end zone. And the wind is starting to pick up a little bit here. I'm seeing the flags from the south side of the stadium waving quite a bit. Just love having the elements being a factor for football season. You finally get that actual football weather tonight here. We've been waiting on it all season. We got it last week. Now we're getting some more of it tonight. As Urbe drops back, sees an opening as he's going to go ahead and keep it himself. He's running upfield, trying to get to the first down marker. Is pushed out of bounds, just short. And it's now going to be a second, and I'd say maybe 2. Going to wait to see where they spot him. But Urbe saw the opening. Not a lot of room, not a lot of activity going on at the top side of the field.
That'll bring up second down and 1.
The Woodlands bringing 4. It's going to be another keeper for Urbe as he turns the edge, evades a tackle, tried to stiff arm the defender. It is a first down. And that was number 5, Jabarick Sullivan, who got a handful of Urbe for the first down. As you can see, stiff arm, spin move. Right at midfield here for the War Eagles. Urbe been doing a lot with his legs tonight. Playing press. Throwing. Finds Underfinger for the first down, out of bounds. Underfinger able to get the conversion, get the reception. As you can see him go with the out route towards the sideline. And Oak Ridge is starting to cruise here, only down 14. Hand off to Rainey again. No gain as he runs into a pack of Highlanders. I'd say it's a short gain. Play clock coming in at 10. Don't think that Oak Ridge will be able to get set and a snap before. They're going to probably have to go ahead and burn their first timeout of the half. And that's where we are.
Timeout. Oak Ridge. That's the first timeout of the half.
As you can see, Oak Ridge are making a lot of late substitutions. The personnel was not to what they were looking for this second down. Now they had to go ahead and use a timeout, stopping the clock, which one of the things that Oak Ridge likes to do is keep the ball on the ground, keep the ball in between the sidelines, and continue to eat up as much clock as they can. You can see the student section and the band section from the sideline. Plenty of energy here at the bank tonight. Play is about to resume as they are both lining back up. Going to see Pruitt in the backfield with Urbe. Haven't seen him since the fumble earlier in that second drive. Woodlands bringing a man off the edge, and it's going to be a reception caught. Looks to be Unterfinger gets himself 7-yard reception. It'll bring it up being a 3rd and 3.
That'll bring a 3rd down and 3.
Yet again, right around this section of the field, if Oak Ridge isn't able to convert here, I'd say they go for it on 4th down. They've been 1 for 3 on 3rd down conversions tonight. Urbe, not seeing anything, decides to run. He's going to get the 1st down as he goes out of bounds.
Urbe on the carry. He stepped out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That's enough for a War Eagle 1st down.
Plenty of tight coverage downfield. Urbe not seeing anything, went ahead and kept it himself, able to get out of bounds and a 1st down. As we are 9 minutes, 19 seconds from halftime. As Pruitt gets the rock and falls forward after a 3-yard gain.
Cole Carmen on the stop. Gain of 3 brings us 2nd down and 7.
Pruitt, bit of a trucking back, more of a power back, as you can see. Highlanders defense playing tight shell coverage right now. Play action. Urbe rolls right. Not a lot of activity going over there. Decides to slide. And then rolls a little back somersault near the sideline.
That'll bring a 3rd down and 5.
So 3rd and medium now. And with the way that a lot of the routes have been run, Urbe has been able to bootleg his way to the right side of the field. As Pruitt in motion. Unterfinger gets the 1st down reception as they are now in the red zone. And that puts it at 10 1st downs tonight for Oak Ridge. Last time they were right here around the 13. They were unable to get into the end zone and had a missed field goal. Urbe, they keep it a spy on him as these tackled right around the 10.
Great Urbe on the carry.
'98 Magnus Herndon able to finish on that play to bring down Urbe. But the big thing for the War Eagles right here, you need to finish this drive, find points to narrow the deficit as they are down 14-0 with 7 minutes left in the half. As Urbe rolls right, keeps it himself, running, and he spins himself into the end zone for a War Eagle touchdown.
Holding, 62. Takedown, 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Replay the down.
So the touchdown will come off the board and push Oak Ridge back 10 for their first penalty tonight. Now being a 2nd and 17, you can still get a first down if you try to get it right there to the 3. Irbe rolls left, almost sacked. Ball gets caught, but they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. Unterfinger caught it out of bounds. The ball was tipped, and Unterfinger able to keep an eye on it, able to come down with it, but they said that he was out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass. Third and long. Irbe finally gets sacked tonight. That is number 95. Jaree Jefferson finds his way home as he's able to sack Irbe. With it being a 4th and 20. Looks like Oak Ridge will be going for it from here. Bartolozzi being the high safety back there. There is a flag thrown as it is an incomplete pass thrown to number 5, Jeremiah Matthews, but there is a flag. Wait to see what the result is about to be.
Offsides on the defense, 5-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
So Irbe throwing it to the end zone, saw the free play. So now it's a 4th and 15. A first down is achievable if you cannot get the touchdown. Irbe looking up the middle of the field, but is going to be tipped. It's going to be incomplete pass, and it's a turnover on downs. Tough break for the War Eagles as they had the hold penalty negate the touchdown, which would have put it at a 14-6 pending the extra point. And now one of those kind of storylines you see this year for the War Eagles is unable to finish. It's now the Highlanders bringing the offense back on the field. Oak Ridge sends 5. This is going to be a run up the gut from Haskins. Actually, not Haskins. That was number 8, Cole Carlin. Wait. I'm sorry. That's number 8, Cody Jordan. 0, Cody Jordan. Dalton. Incomplete. Finn Walker able to get a hand on it. As being a 3rd and 5 now. Woodlands not afraid to throw the deep pass. Dalton going to keep it himself as he turns the corner, as he moves up the field, as he tiptoes his way. He's back. He's at the 50, 40. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown Highlanders.
Number 12, Jack Dalton on the carry. He takes it in for Highlanders. Touchdown.
76 yards. Dalton, 76-yard rushing touchdown. The extra point attempt is good. Now the Highlanders extend their lead 21-0, and we're going to see the touchdown run. As you can see right here around the 40, you saw the little tiny stutter step as he puts on the burners and gets past all that traffic for the 76-yard rushing touchdown as the senior is able to extend the lead here for the Highlanders, 21-0, cashing it in at the bank. We are waiting for the kickoff here. Grudgington favoring the left hash. This is going to be a high pooch kick. It's going to be returned, but it's going to be a fair catch. Well, 5 minutes, 3 seconds left here in the first half. The War Eagles are trailing 21-0 for the 5th possession of the night for this offense. A lot of traffic in the backfield. Everybody's going to keep it himself yet again, but he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. There's going to be another sack on Urbe tonight. I think that was number 28, Luke Podolsky. Sorry, Zach Mitchell. You have to give it up to this Woodlands defense, able to cover these wide receivers as the screen pass for Oak Ridge. And Brayboy able to get himself the first down. So screen pass and the big stiff arm and breaking the tackle. Brayboy able to get the War Eagles another first down with less than 4 minutes left in the half, trying to get their first points of the night. Urbe with the quick pass to Unterfinger. Unterfinger fighting for some extra yardage as he's short of the first down, but is now back in Highlander territory. Actually, they were going to down him right at midfield. So they're in the heart of the CISDC. Urbe with another quick pass. This time it's complete to Matthews. And they give Matthews the first down. They're now back in Highlander territory. And as you can see, Urbe trying to draw them off sides with the clap. Urbe, pump fake, keeps it. And it's going to be an interception. That is number 2, Parker Stewart, with the interception. As you can see here, on the run, throws it. And Stewart with the nice jump, keeping an eye on number 80, Preston Davis Cox. And the Highlanders, they're going to be getting the ball back to start the second half off and seeing if they could try to extend with a 4-touchdown lead as Dalton throws on the run. It's going to be Cass yet again. Dalton and Cass been able to cash in. A lot of activity tonight, just short of the first down marker. Highlanders with 4 timeouts. That's going to be including the 2-minute timeout. So they're going to be out of the pistol. It's going to be a run up the middle. This time it's going to be Jordan. And Jordan does get the first down. And I think they're going to go ahead and let this roll on down to the 2-minute timeout. And that's what they do as they go back to the sideline to talk with Coach Rapp and company.
2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout.
So Kyle Kelly is the defensive coordinator and the linebackers coach for the War Eagles. As him and Coach Blackshire are going to be talking to this defensive unit and seeing what they could potentially do to make a stop here and not allow the Highlanders to score. But for Coach Rapp and company, they want more and more points to feed this offense as we wait for play to resume here. But this Woodlands offense has played exceptionally well tonight, being led by number 12, senior quarterback Jack Dalton. Dalton's already thrown touchdown to Carter Cass, and then he ran for a 76-yard touchdown the previous drive. And on the defensive side of things, the fumble recovery from Bartolozzi, that's all 3 touchdowns for the Highlanders tonight. It's going to be a quick pass to Bourne. In the flat, it's going to be maybe 7 yards on the reception. No, they gave him 6. I thought it was 7, but it was only 6. Second and 4 now. Close to minute 30. Dalton moves to the left. He's able to go ahead and run out of bounds to stop the clock and get the first down for the Highlanders. That puts him at 5 first downs now for the night. Back in the War Eagle territory. Four receivers for the Highlanders. Dalton, clean pocket, throwing it deep, looking for Cass yet again. And this time he comes down with it inside the 5. 35-yard reception. As you see the arm strength here. While it's only 35 yards, he threw it back from the 50. Dalton's going to keep it himself as he dances his way short of the goal line. Second and goal from the 2 coming up. Highlanders have 3 timeouts in their pocket, not needing to use them. Play clock winding down, close to 10 now. Dalton with the play action. Sees the end zone as he runs in for another Highlander touchdown.
Quarterback keeper, touchdown, Highlander.
Dalton saw nothing but wide open spaces as he trots in for the second rushing touchdown of the night for him. And Crutchington back to kick the extra point yet again. Crutchington remains perfect tonight. And the Highlanders extend 28-0. As you can see, Dalton went ahead and kept it as he was hit as he crossed the plane, but it was too little too late as he gets the score for a second rushing touchdown tonight. And it's been all Highlanders here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. .24 seconds left here in the half. Crutchington changing things up. He's going to kick it right in between the hashes on the X for the 40. There have not been any returnable kicks tonight for the War Eagles. They've taken fair catches. It's going to be a squib kick, as it's going to be the first return from the 18. And Salem gets tackled. They're going to say he was down right at the 27. So 9-yard kickoff return for the War Eagles with 16 seconds left here in the first half. And for those of you who are watching at home, do not go anywhere. Whenever it is halftime, we will have both schools doing their halftime shows with the band and drill teams. Please stay tuned for that following this first half of play. Coming out of the pistol, Urbe hands it off to Pruitt as Pruitt gets himself a nice run. Good 8-yard run, but that's going to be it for the first half, as it's going to go ahead and wind down 2-0. So for the first half of play, Highlanders will be receiving in the second half, and they lead now 28-0, shutting out the War Eagles this Thursday night. But like I said, halftime festivities are about to start with the Woodlands, with their band and drill team, followed by the Oak Ridge band and drill team. Enjoy the halftime show. We will be back with more high school football.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Woodlands High School is proud to present the award-winning Woodlands High School Marching Band and High Steppers. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of their 2025 contest show entitled High Five. This past Tuesday, the band finished 5th in all of Texas at the UIL State Marching Contest out of the 245 6A schools that started the season. This Saturday, the band will compete in the Bands of America Super Regional in San Antonio, and the following week they'll be in competition with bands from all over the country at the Bands of America Grand National Championship. The band is under the field direction of drum major team, Amara Lewis, Taylor Park, Elizabeth Salinas, Amelie Legaspi, and Caroline Sullivan. Percussion captains, Camden Clough, Carson McGurk, and Addison May. Guard captains, Kevin Burkett, Lynn Bowman, and Maddie Lee. This year's band co-presidents are Lauren Fountain and Nicole Fountain, and the vice president is Claire Blockham. Historians are Ava Dickert, Audrey Bush, and Mariana Menadas Wolfhard. Secretaries, Gonzalo Orlando Ortega, Ellie Morad, Ian Simpson, Liam Tuttle, and Benjamin Wertheim. Guard lieutenants, Sailor Osborne, Libby Hoppel, and Valeria Garcia. Guard squad leaders, Ava Gautier, Willie Schmieder, and Caitlin Wisnowski. Guard social officers, Louise Klein, and Allison Sheffis. Guard skill leaders, Ali Yonkit, and Noah Uzeda. Ladies and gentlemen, the Woodlands High School Marching Band. And now presenting the Woodlands High School High Steppers. The 2025-2026 High Stepper officers are Lieutenant H. Henry, Brianna W. Pena, Molly Lynch, Aiden Ross, and Riley Wolf. Captains Elle Hewlett and Kate Culver, and Major Harper Oakley. This evening, the High Steppers will be reporting a prop routine to Beetlejuice. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025-2026 Woodlands High School High Steppers. We're proud to support Highlander football. Ladies and gentlemen, the Woodlands High School Marching Band and High Steppers. The Woodlands Band would like to congratulate the Oak Ridge Band on a great marching contest season.
Good evening and welcome from the award-winning Oak Ridge High School Liberty Bells dance team under the direction of Rebecca Barber and April Dickerman. The Liberty Bells would like to congratulate the War Eagle Band and Color Guard on all their success this marching season and best of luck this weekend as they compete in their final marching contest of the season. We think you all are the greatest. The 2025-2026 Liberty Bell squad leaders are Ashley Carranza, Addison Collier, Emmeline Courtier, Michaela Gutierrez, Kennedy Joby, Kayla Lavu, Brooklyn Leon, Haley Niemeyer Cardona, Bailey O'Neill, Bella Grace Williams. The 2025-2026 Liberty Bells officers are Logan Blesto, Lieutenant, Addison Duncan, Lieutenant, Grace Gorenflo, Lieutenant, Rebecca Loomis, Lieutenant, Savannah Norris, Lieutenant Colonel, Alyssa Thomas, Lieutenant Colonel, Joe O'Neill, Colonel. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Kennedy Joby. The Dancer of the Week is Lilia Lashee. This Wednesday, the Liberty Bells will compete at the 2025 TDEA Fall Field Dance Drill Team Assessment in Katy. Good luck, ladies. Now sit back and enjoy the Liberty Bells chair routine to I Like It. Take it away, ladies. And now, the pride of Oak Ridge, the award-winning War Eagle Marching Band. The band is under the direction of drum majors Matthew Navarra, Elizabeth O'Donnelly, Ryan Reagan, and Natalia Lopez. Featured twirlers Beatrice Williams. The section of the week are our freshmen. Officer of the week is Everett Lane. Marcher of the week is Danny Long. Guard member of the week is Kylie Trevino. War Eaglets of the week are Marina Bouchard and Elliot McCarty. The War Eagle Band would also like to thank our sponsors, Roberto's and Andy's Dry Cleaners, for feeding our band and keeping our uniforms clean. We would like to invite all of our band fans to join us this Saturday for our final competition with U.S. bands at the Challenger Stadium in Webster. Our performance time is 3:30 p.m. And now, sit back and relax as the War Eagle Band performs performed parts 1, 2, and 3 of the 2025 field show titled Glassworks. Take it away, War Eagle Band.
We hope you enjoyed the halftime festivities from both schools and drill teams, bands and drill teams. My apologies on that one. We are about to have the second half underway as the Woodlands has run back onto the field, and Oak Ridge is running back on the field as well. And if you're looking at the bottom of the screen, you can just see it's been all Woodlands tonight as they have led since the first quarter. And going into halftime, they were able to score by a Dalton 2-yard rush in the final minute of the second quarter. Looking at what transpired in the first half, the Woodlands offense had the ball only 4 times. And then when you hear that, you think, okay, well, maybe they scored on all 4 drives. Actually, no. They were able to score on the big pass from Dalton to Cass to start things off. But then their second drive, they ended up punting. Then on the third drive, it was a 76-yard rush from Dalton. And then on the fourth drive, it was a 2-yard rush from Dalton. And then you have to ask, well, Jackson, what happened? Well, in the second drive for the War Eagles, there was a fumble that was recovered by Case and Bartolozzi. So they've had offensive and defensive touchdowns tonight. And that's why you see the 28-0. And this is going to be the first time we're going to get to see the Woodlands special teams return tonight. And if you go back on the War Eagle side of things, unfortunately they were in the red zone 2 times. They missed a field goal, and they had a turnover on downs. They actually had a touchdown, but it was negated because of a hold. And it would have been at least at that time a 14-6 if it wasn't for the penalty, hitting the extra point. But this is where we are now with a 28-0 score as Oak Ridge is ready to kick it off to the Highlanders tonight. It's going to be a high kick. It's going to be returned from Bourne, and he's tackled, let's say, around the 33 to start things off for the second half. Bryson Bourne doesn't get much on the return. And the Woodlands is about to bring their offense back out onto the field to start things off for this second half. And as I was saying, to start things off, it's been only 4 drives tonight, 3 scoring drives from the Highlanders. So this will be the 5th possession of the night, first of this half, as they get things underway. Bourne in motion. A pass to Bourne as he does catch it, but it's going to be behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of, let's say, 5 to start things off with the screen. They're actually going to say it's a 6-yard loss off of the screen. But right now, things are looking to the future in the season here for the Highlanders as Dalton's back to pass. As he stays in the pocket looking for Cass in the middle of the field for an incomplete pass, bringing on a 3rd and long. But as of right now, every single spot for the postseason has been set. Right now, College Park still sitting with the 1 seed. They have been undefeated. Wills Wildcats, they are on the bye this week, therefore they will not be playing anymore this season, finishing in 8-2. Their only loss in district was to the College Park Cavaliers, and they lost a non-district matchup earlier in the season. Dalton looking down the field, getting flushed out of the pocket, and is actually sacked this time by number 89, Chase Leonard, finds his way home with the big loss there. That's a nice momentum swing for the defense, for the War Eagles, as they have the Highlanders pinned back deep in their own territory. And for a returnable punt would be right around midfield, as long as you don't let the ball get past you at all. As we can see that Christopher Salem is lined up right around the Oak Ridge 40. So the bounce is returnable as Salem moves himself up the field as he's finding himself a lane. He continues to go as he finds his way into the end zone for a punt return for touchdown. Special teams getting it done. So Oak Ridge will not be shut out tonight. They find points on special teams with the punt return from Christopher Salem. I'd say that was about a 53-yard return. Going to see the replay where it was actually returned. So the extra point attempt for Oak Ridge is good. But let's check the replay right here. It was a nice high punt, and the bounce right around the 53. The 48, which makes it a 53-yard punt return from Christopher Salem. Able to find himself a lane early on the replay, and then dances his way through the defenders and bringing fresh life here for the War Eagles, only down now by 21. Big defensive stop with the 3 and out over the Highlanders. And then a special team score. Season is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as Oak Ridge is ready to kick it off yet again. So Jose Ortiz Palencia ready to kick it off. It's actually going to be a sort of onside kick, but it will go out of bounds. Not really an onside, more of a high squib kick, but you saw that a lot of the people on the kickoff team went in motion. And that's going to be the only second penalty of the night for the War Eagles.
Got a free kick out of bounds, 5-yard penalty. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Both teams playing a fairly disciplined game. Not many penalties tonight. Not a lot of yellow as we've seen from other teams this year. And now the Woodlands starting off with excellent field position. Dalton hands it off. And Haskins finds himself maybe 4. They're going to say it's a 3-yard gain. Early here in the third quarter. The front defensive 4 for Oak Ridge, trying to get to Dalton in the backfield. As Haskins able to dance his way through the line into the second level as he gets pushed out of bounds in Oak Ridge territory in between the 30 and 25. They're going to say he was out right around the 27. A nice run there from the Highlanders. And as you can see, no need of urgency right now for the Highlanders as they are in Oak Ridge territory, lining up with 4 receivers. 3-step drop from Dalton. Looking through his progressions, throws on the run, is going to be tipped from Oak Ridge this time. I think that was number 24, Blake Boudreau, senior linebacker. A lot of time in the pocket, but Boudreau keeping an eye on him, able to jump up and swat it down. As we could see trips from the top of the screen as player goes in motion to line up back out. It's going to be another handoff this time to Haskins as he spins his way, as he counters back up the middle. And it's a short gain for another third down for the Highlanders. Dalton under pressure as he's sacked yet again tonight. And Boudreaux was in there to lead it. It's another big third down stop here from the War Eagles. And this is going to put them out of field goal range. The Highlanders haven't been successful on third down conversions tonight. It puts them close to 25% this evening. Being a 4th and 18 now. But there is a penalty. You would say that it's a delay of game now for the Highlanders.
5-yard penalty, replay, 4th down.
That could be a good, smart football play, giving your punter a little extra room to not touch it back. Salem coming off of the 53-yard punt return, lined up at the 10. And the ball is blocked and recovered now from Oak Ridge in Woodlands territory. TJ Teague, special teams getting it done tonight for the War Eagles. As you can see from the replay, hand got on it and Teague able to come up with it. I believe that was number 42. Logan Contreras getting a hand on it, but Teague picking it up. And Urbe is going to keep it himself with the design run. He's going to run to the opposite end of the field where it looked like he was going to be stopped at the back of the line of scrimmage, but Case and Bartolozzi able to make a stop. Urbe very fast, able to try and get extra yardage, but right now Oak Ridge needing to get another score on the board to narrow the deficit. Down 21. This offense has been a little Jekyll and Hyde tonight with some of their drives. Unable to finish, but they've had some good offensive drives to get inside the red zone. It's Urbe throws, and it's going to be incomplete, looking for Logan Unterfinger. But the one thing that has hurt the War Eagles tonight has been the turnover margin. The fumble from Pruitt on the second drive, and then the interception thrown by Urbe with their fifth drive tonight. Oak Ridge over 60% on third down conversions tonight. A third and long here. Pruitt in motion. Throwing in the flat to Logan Unterfinger. They're going to say forward progress is short of the first down marker. And right now, if you're Oak Ridge, you're going forward on this 4th and short. The Woodlands was able to stop a 4th down conversion earlier. As you can see, they're crowding. They're stacking the box right now, waiting. Play clock at 15. Pruitt went in motion, lined up to the side of Urbe. Urbe keeps it as he gets the conversion and the first down. And Oak Ridge with fresh life here. The long history between these two schools, two of the older programs here in the district, facing off against each other. One of the oldest is the Woodlands and Conroe, but now second oldest is going to be Oak Ridge and the Woodlands. Is Pruitt barrels his way through the line, gets stopped short. He got himself 6, maybe 7 yards on that carry. So they do give him 7. No need to hurry up here for the War Eagles. Pruitt in motion. Urbe looking, not finding anything. Tight coverage, throws down. Field, incomplete, looking for Pruitt. And Pruitt was blanketed by Dylan Carpenter, senior linebacker for the Highlanders. But it's now a 3rd and 3. Urbe throws a quick pass in the slant to Logan Unterfinger. Incomplete. Bit of a high pass, but the 4th down here. That puts them now 50% on 3rd down conversions tonight by not getting it. 4th and 3 here. Wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be another quarterback keeper with Urbe. Tight coverage. Not a lot of cushion as Urbe keeps it, as he tries to sweep his way short of the first down marker. We're going to wait to see if they're going to give him the conversion. They're signaling, a lot of players on the Oak Ridge sideline and in the field are signaling for that first down. There might be a measurement coming up. We're going to have to wait and see. Yeah, it is going to be an official timeout here for measurement. Officials want to make sure they get this right here. As you can see, they move their way onto the field to get the measurement. Since the ball was down on the near side, the Oak Ridge sideline, try to get that angle and see. But from what it looks like, the conversion was not successful. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Big 4th down stop. Big 4th down stop there from the Highlanders to slow down the momentum of what Oak Ridge was doing as they continue to hold onto this lead of theirs. As they bring the offense back up, 2 drives back-to-back here for the Highlanders. Out of the norm, they did punt back-to-back drives. See if the offense can shake off a little bit of the halftime rust to get something going. Dalton feeds Jordan. Jordan stopped at the line. They're going to say he was only stopped at the line. It's not going to be a loss. Good thing for forward progress. But this front core, this front defensive core here for the War Eagles are menacing the trenches right now. As it shows Oak Ridge trying to bring some pressure. They've been able to sack Dalton twice here in the second half. Dalton trying to find a lane. He's going to be close to the first down, but he trots himself out of bounds, short of the first down marker, which will bring it to be a 3rd and 1. Fine. Smart play from Dalton, dancing himself out of bounds, making sure. Give them good field position here for a manageable conversion attempt. Out of the pistol, Bourne goes in motion as they hand it off as Jordan fires his way through, and Jordan gets the first down for the Highlanders. That was Blake Boudreaux for the stop, but a fresh set of downs here for the Highlanders. Under 3 minutes left here in the third as they call on Jordan yet again, and a shoestring tackle saved a huge gain. That was number 9, Corday Curvin, playing safety, able to make a stop, kind of playing the nickel position. And TJ Teague right now being the high safety as they give it to Jordan again, short of the first down, maybe half a yard. It's another 3rd down for the Highlanders as they just need to continue to eat up clock. All right, the play clock now at 20. As they give it to Jordan again, and he gets the first down. Short yard gains continue to come in right here for the Highlanders. Coming into tonight's game, looking at the running game, Jordan's been averaging about 6 yards per carry. And they continue to go with the ground game, but this time Christopher Salem, the only score of the night for the War Eagles, able to blitz and get a big stop behind the line for a TFL. As you can see, coming right off the edge, no one blocked him, not even attempted to block. He was able to fire his way through, and now, 2nd and long. Final minute here of the third. Dalton back. Decided to keep it as he runs up the middle, dancing his way through, and gets maybe 3 for a 3rd and 10. He gets back to the original spot where in between the sticks. But I think that's going to be it for the third quarter. 3, 2, 1, and that's it now.
It's the end of the quarter. End of the quarter.
Just need to move the ball. Six yards total. As we flip the field. It's really not much of a flip when you're close to midfield anyways. But the Highlanders shut out in the third by the War Eagle defense. And the only score tonight in this quarter was from a special teams 53-yard punt return from Christopher Salem. In the final 12 minutes here, on the final game of the regular season this Thursday night, for the Highlanders and War Eagles, now the Highlanders bringing the offense back onto the field. Dalton rolls himself left, throws the safe underneath throw over. And this time it was to Haskins, short of the first down marker with the check down. The Woodlands are going to go for it here on fourth down. The first time they're going to try to convert on fourth down tonight. They're going to go ahead and call a timeout as the play clock was winding down to 0.
Timeout. The Woodlands. That's the first timeout on the head. Now we good.
Where they are on the field right now, close to this midfield section, nothing wrong if the analytics say to go for it. It's a 4th and short. Wouldn't be surprised if the Woodlands decided to go ahead and keep it, go for it on fourth down, and continue to have possession and control the clock with their lead tonight. But an entertaining game, to say the least, as we're waiting for the fourth quarter to continue. And they're going to continue with the offense out of the pistol. Dalton and Haskins right behind him. And now it looks like Coach Blackshire is going to go ahead and use up one of his timeouts.
Timeout. Oak Ridge. That's their first timeout of the head.
This is kind of where you know that you have to make those personnel changes. You saw something. They're lining up with 2 receivers, extra bodies at the line of scrimmage for protection. Could be a potential play action, option. Might have to go ahead and change things up with extra big body defenders or an extra linebacker if that's what you need to try to make a stop here. We've seen more defensive backs with this defensive coverage or the defensive scheme as of late. Lining up the same personnel. Going to be a handoff up the gut. It's going to be converted for the Woodlands and saved for a potential touchdown. That was number 11, Devin Longstreet on the tackle, slowing down Haskins. But as you can see with the replay, saved for a score by Devin Longstreet. And the Woodlands are 1 for 1 on fourth down conversions tonight. They call on Haskins yet again. As I was saying earlier, he's been averaging maybe 6 yards a carry on the season. Under his average right now. But one of the longest runs of the season for Haskins has been a 75-yarder. As you can see, taking up plenty of time off the play clock. Game clock now, 10 minutes left here in the contest. Quick screen over to Cass. Cass has been silent this half, but now we have ourselves a penalty thrown behind the line of scrimmage from the umpire up midfield, so this could potentially be on the Woodlands.
We have 2 fouls on the play. We have personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 55 white. Unnecessary roughness, personal foul number 93. Those penalties were offset. Second down.
So the penalties were after the whistle blew, both personal fouls, but they will offset, which brings it to be second down here. The Woodlands lining up at the Oak Ridge 20. They're in the nest right now.
Third down and 4.
Actually, they're going to say it's third down. So Dalton throws a screen to Bourne. Bourne able to break one, almost 2 tackles. Short of the first down marker, saved right there from number 38. TJ Teague. Teague, who blocked a punt earlier, able to make a stop, and I think that the Woodlands might go for it on fourth down yet again. No sign of Crudgington for the field goal. Crudgington's season long is a 49-yarder, but he is 12 for 17 on field goals. He's perfect on the PATs, but he has had some misfortune as they go for it on fourth down. Give it to Haskins, fighting for extra yardage, but I don't think he got it. And it looks like it is going to be a turnover on downs, but they might have to do another measurement. This is kind of where Oak Ridge was earlier, where they didn't get their conversion. They're going to go ahead and signal it. It is going to be a turnover on downs. And War Eagle ball. But the defensive lineman putting in work. And Finn Walker was one of the ones to make the stop. The junior defensive lineman, more of a defensive end. You will see him again next year here for the War Eagles. Urbe in the gun. Offense looking to try to get something going, following the turnover on downs. Throwing to Logan Unterfinger, but it came out of his hands. Incomplete. Still no sign tonight of senior wide receiver James Scott. He was dressed in full pads tonight. Not even try to use him as a decoy to line up on the field. Urbe with the keeper. Right up the middle. He's in the second level. He's continuing to go upfield, trying to beat the final man. He's finally tackled right before the 10. But Drayton Urbe goes over 70 yards on the quarterback keeper. The big first down, getting back in the red zone for the War Eagles, trying to score here with 8:17 left.
Sideline warning, Oak Ridge. Sideline warning.
But as you can see here, the big run. But a touchdown was saved by number 5, Jabarick Sullivan for the Highlanders. So coming from the 11, 4 down territory here for Oak Ridge. It's Pruitt. Urbe goes, pump fakes, looking to the end zone. Thrown. Going to be an incomplete pass for Logan Unterfinger. Says that he was out as he was catching it. This will be a official timeout for the moment to stop play. And while there's going to be some downtime here, that's one of those things that can hurt an offense that has quite a bit of momentum going in their favor. With play going to resume shortly, but that timeout could hinder a potential score. Being a 2nd and 10 now. Lining up with 2 wide receivers, Jeremiah Matthews and Logan Unterfinger out of the pistol. Brayboy goes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Pruitt as he is stopped. He gets maybe 3 on that rush, and Parker Stewart able to make the stop. And now a 3rd and 7. Oak Ridge needing to find the end zone on offense. The only score of the night has come from special teams. Anytime that they've been within the red zone, blocked field goal, turnover on downs. And then there's a penalty here, and that's what hurt them earlier with a hold on a touchdown run from Urbe. That's going to be a false start.
52. I'll start 52.
Say that was about the 3rd penalty tonight for Oak Ridge, and both teams have had less than 5 penalties each. Like I said, it's been a fairly clean game. Very well disciplined game. Now there was a sideline warning earlier following the big massive run from Urbe. But now being 3rd and 12, keeping the same receiving personnel. But it looks like they're going to go ahead and use up another timeout.
Oak Ridge.
So Oak Ridge.
Second timeout of the half.
Now Oak Ridge with a timeout is one of these situations where it's a 3rd and long. Need to find the end zone here. Your defense has been playing lights out this half, shutting out the Highlanders here in the second half. Three offensive touchdowns and 1 defensive touchdown for the Highlanders in the first half. And And this is the second drive of the half right now for the War Eagles. They turned it over short of the red zone earlier. Now they're back in the red zone. 13 yards to the end zone. Braboy in motion. Play action. Urbe is going to go ahead and roll to his left. And he's going to keep it, but he's tackled and looks like it was number 20, Sean McAfee. And now it's a 4th down. Actually, that was number 28, Luke Podolsky. But now it's unable to convert on 3rd down. Another 4th down conversion attempt here.
We have 2 penalties on the play. We have 98, the Woodlands, illegal hands to the face. Blue, Oak Ridge, number 70, illegal hands to the face. Both of those penalties were offset. 3rd down.
So they're going to replay the 3rd down with the offsetting penalties. So that will help out Oak Ridge with 2 extra chances for the end zone instead of it being a 4th and long. Ball's back at the 13. Looks like they're lining up with the similar formation they had on the previous play. Urbe rolls to his right, throws to Braboy as he dances his way, and he's probably in close to the 5. And now it's another chance to try and find the end zone here for Oak Ridge.
That'll bring up 4th down and 5.
5 yards for a first down, 6 for a touchdown. Play clock at 5. Pruitt switches sides. Play action for Urbe. He runs up the gut, and he's not going to get it. The Highlanders making another massive stop. And that is pretty much the MO of this Highlander defense. Other than the College Park Cavaliers, they are the second team to allow the least points. Second least points allowed from opposing offenses. But now the Highlanders are pinned in their own territory as they hand it off to Haskins to try to get some extra safety room. Now makes it a 2nd and probably 8 right now. But if you're the Woodlands, all you need to do is get a first down and continue to eat the clock and go home with the W. Another handoff. Actually, Dalton's going to keep it himself with the play fake and is hit short of the first down marker. Dalton's taken a couple big hits this second half from this Oak Ridge defense, but showing how tough he is, getting up and ready to do it all over again. Play clock is now under 10. Play action pass. Pressure. Dalton's going to go ahead and keep it as he gets the first down out of bounds. The Highlanders able to cruise their way through. It was a nice gain. The Woodlands now bringing a couple of substitutions, changing personnel. Peyton DePasquale in at wide receiver as it's another handoff to Haskins. And the massive scrum. I'd say it's a 4-yard gain. The Highlanders continuing to take their time. And Oak Ridge only has 1 timeout left, 2 if you include the 2-minute timeout. But right now, the Woodlands only need to continue to get first downs and hold on to the ball. No need to score if you're just trying to get out of here for the remainder of the night. It's another handoff to Haskins. And Haskins short of the first down marker. Another 4-yard carry. It looks like Oak Ridge is going to go ahead and take their final timeout.
That's the third and final timeout.
And right now, what they're needing to do is make a big stop here on third down to save some more time and allow them, if they can make the stop here, all they need to do is they have the 2-minute timeout in their pocket. But now, all the Woodlands needs to do, convert here and ride this out to 0. Plenty of time. Both teams are, well, Oak Ridge is running out of time. Woodlands in sole possession right now. Back in the pistol formation, they were able to convert when they went for it on 4th down earlier. It's going to be a keeper. Check throw, and it is complete. Colton Weddle. That is another Highlander first down. Right now, no more timeouts except for the 2-minute timeout for the War Eagles, and the Highlanders looking to take things home to finish off the season 8-2. Another handoff to Haskins. Finn Walker on the tackle as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. But the Highlanders can take this all the way down to the 2-minute timeout. They might have to they might have to get one play before the 2-minute timeout. Just a reminder that tomorrow night will be the final game of the regular season here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. Grand Oaks Grizzlies hosting the Caney Creek Panthers. Dalton before the 2-minute timeout. And a big stop by Walker in the backfield. But that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout with a 3rd and long But with playoff football on the horizon starting next week,
Officials, 2-minute timeout.
I believe that there's going to be at least one game here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. We're waiting. Tomorrow we will know for sure how many games next week we will get here at the bank. And looking at the playoff picture, tonight's matchup wouldn't do any playoff implications. I believe there are no more playoff implications for the regular season. College Park holding number 1, Willis number 2, the Woodlands number 3, and Grand Oaks getting their first playoff berth in school history. But just a reminder that if you're still here with us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you want to click the bell to, I believe it's the left of the subscribe button, it'll remind you anytime that we go live here for the remainder of the season. As I was saying, we're probably going to be here for at least one more week for playoff football. But now a 3rd and 12. Following the 2-minute timeout. Dalton back to pass. Scrambles. Throws on the run. Are they going to say he got it? It was close to the sideline. They're going to say that he did convert and get the first down. And that'll be it. All that the Woodlands needs to do now four snaps and go home. Go ahead and take one knee. Dalton had himself quite a night tonight. No turnovers on the Woodland side of things. Dalton with a big arm throwing early, finding Carter Cass for the first touchdown of the evening. And then Dalton getting it done on the ground with his legs with a 76-yard rush and the 2-yard rush in the red zone. Looks like it's going to be one more. They're going to have to go ahead and they snapped a little late on that one, or a little early. And now they're going to need to get one more snap to call it. But both teams are going to go ahead and make their way to the sidelines for handshakes and sportsmanship for good game. But that'll put a bow on the season for the Highlanders and the War Eagles. Not the finish that the War Eagles would want for this year, but under first-year head coach Tyler Blackshire, a 4-6 season. Looking forward to another year for the War Eagles to see what they have in store to shake things up in district. The Woodlands waiting for their potential matchup for the playoffs. I believe it's going to be the Woodlands versus Aldine Davis. Do not quote me on that quite yet, but that's what it looks to be at the moment for the district playoffs to start things off. But the Highlanders, under the 8th season of head coach Jim Rapp, he is now 68-27 on his career. Another winning season here. Another playoff berth for the Highlanders. And we're going to have a couple of game highlights to close us out tonight. But to all the seniors, for this being one of their final games as a War Eagle, don't be sad it's over. Be happy that it happened, because y'all all played one amazing game this season. And you still have quite the future ahead of you, and enjoy the rest of your school year. Make the best of it. And that'll do it for us here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. We're going to be here again tomorrow night for the finale between the Grand Oaks Grizzlies and the Caney Creek Panthers. For Jackson Cochran, for a lot of the people up here in the booth behind me and our film crew, we hope you all have a great rest of your night, great safe weekend. Take care. Have a good one.